And just like that, the Premier bike class makes their way out. And we didn't think that they'd be coming out. We thought they would have canned them for the day, but I suppose the weather has gotten better since then, and they are out. But that's a whole 2, 4, 6, 8 bikes on our screen. I'm seeing 8 bikes out on track. And I mean, you only need 8 for some good action. You only need 2 for some good action. And I'm pretty excited for this, I can't lie. But as we look, a total of 8 riders on circuit at the moment. And after their qualifying this morning, they were lucky enough to have it in the dry just before the rain started pelting down. Slade van Niekerk on pole with a 1:13.465 ahead of Tristan Pienaar with a 1:14.025 on that BMW S1000 RR. Kieran Snyman coming in, starting the 3rd position on the first row of the grid with a 1:19.930. I think he was just pedaling around that. We know what he's capable of in all conditions. Then Wayne Arendse, the leader of the Masters, the only Masters class rider out today, and the chairman of the club. He did a 1:20.924 on his ZX10, followed there by Samkelo Lawani on the first of the 600's for the 1:21.727, followed by Dylan Anderson on his Suzuki GSX-R 750 for the 1:22.249. Then Greg Waddington in 7th with a 1:24.815 on his R1, and finally rounding up the field from Neisner, Kiana Strode on his ZX6R with a 1:34.186. I know they were all excited to be out here today. I spoke to some of them at lunchtime. They didn't know if it was going to go ahead, but we get ready. We see Wayne Arendse looks like he's about to go to factory work at the moment.
No, he looks like he's going fishing. He's got his waders on.
But the revs are high, the pedal man is out of the way, and the lights go off. And we make our way into turn 1 for the first SealPro Winelands Superbike Challenge Masters and 600's for the day. And Kieran Snyman jumps into the lead straight off the bat, followed there by Slade van Niekerk and then Tristan Pienaar. I can only imagine this is going to be a battle between the 2 youngsters and also still quite young, that man Kieran Snyman.
Well, it's Kieran, it's Slade, and it's Tristan going into Castrol Corner. They lean over right there. They're the 3 quickies. I think they'll pull away from the rest of the field. Tristan, I don't know, just finding like a bit untouched there with Slade. Slade trying to hang there with Kieran. So I think that's where all the action is going to be between Kieran and Slade. Kieran, I think, has got a bit of the upper hand. He's quite quick, but Slade is going to be pressing that Honda with that Kawasaki ZX-10R.
Now the leaders make their way through Sorrel Sweep and onto the back straight for the first time this race. And leading out is Kieran Snyman ahead of Slade van Niekerk. And then quite a margin that is to Tristan Pienaar in 3rd place on that S1000 RR. And then Dylan Anderson. And then we wait a little further. There comes Kiana Strode coming down the back straight as they all make their way to Pertamina Fostron.
I just see that Slade went up on the inside of Kieran in Pertamina Fostron. So they come up here towards City of Cape Town Bridge, and Slade's got the upper hand on Kieran as they work their way down to Holes. And Slade showing him a little clean pair of heels now as he makes his way through. Tristan on the BMW, a little bit off the pace, but also giving it a good hammering down to Holzhoek.
Now making their way out of Holzhoek, Slade van Niekerk will keep the lead, but for how long as Q and Snamon is going to want to pounce at any given opportunity. And we watch he'll dive up and late on the brakes on the damp track. They'll sit nose to tail. I know some of these guys love the wet condition, especially Slade. He loves when it rains. He's called the cowboy for a reason. He can do it rain or shine as they make their way into Interceptor Shoewear corner and on the Tygerberg straight.
Up they go towards Sorrel Sweep, making their way there now. And Slade ahead there of Kewen. Slade obviously got a lot of short circuit experience racing 150s in the wet. So he's very accustomed to the wet weather and did very well in the wet. And works his way now through Sorrel Sweep, down the back straight, down towards Pertamina Fostron. And it's pulled away a little bit now from Kewen. So Slade showing him a little bit of a clean pair of heels now as he works his way out of Pertamina Fostron. And staying out of the water. No rain around. Still a bit dark there in the distance, but it's not going to happen as they work their way now out of Pertamina here under the City of Cape Town Bridge and down the Paw Straight. And I must admit now, Slade pulling away a bit from Kewen.
Slade does the fastest lap of 128.730 as we watch Tristan Pinot cross the line in third place at the moment. He is a whole 7.5 seconds adrift of the two front runners. Here comes Dylan Anderson, first of the 600s, ahead of Kiana Strode, who's still making his way around Pertamina Fostron turn 5 and onto the main straight. Then we wait for some Kelo Lawani, Wayne Aronser, and Greg Waddington.
Well, having a look there in Castrol Corner, Tristan Pinot is lying in third as some of the riders come up over the main straight here. And the leaders now making their way up towards Sorrel Sweep. There's Slade van Niekerk ahead of Kewen Snyman. Slade's got about a 1.5 second gap over him there. And makes his way down the back straight down towards Pertamina Fostron. And don't think Slade has a retort for this one as... or should I say Kewen's got a retort because Slade is definitely showing him the way around Kalani at the moment. And we've still got 300 laps to go.
I see Greg Waddington didn't actually make the start, so we only have 7 cars on the circuit, 7 bikes on the circuit at the moment, my apologies. But we watch now the leader, Slade van Niekerk, on that 111 ZX10 coming across the line with a 127.571 ahead of Kewen Snyman. And now we watch, it's probably going to be close to 9 seconds adrift is Tristan Pinot on that S1000 RR BMW, a 132.519 he does. They are way off the pace than their normal times, but obviously with this damn track as Dylan Anderson comes across the line in 4th place.
Well, the rest of the field coming through the 42 of Anderson. Dylan Anderson goes over the line. Go down into turn 5. Kiana Strode down into turn 5. Down in Pertamina Fastron corner. Kiana Strode, you can see there battling with the wet under track as he sits over the front end of the bike to keep that front wheel sort of on the surface so that he can actually turn the bike.
Yeah, because you especially don't want to put too much force onto the front end of the bike because in these conditions, especially the slick conditions, they're going to want to slide out. But we look to 5 to Pertamina Fostron, and there is Slade van Niekerk coming into the corner at the moment. And he dives in, he goes very tight to the inside line. There was a whole bunch of water there earlier on today, but that seems to have subsided so they can dive deeper into the corner as he crosses that puddle now. Kewen Snyman a little bit further behind. Kewen Snyman's dropped off the pace by quite a considerable margin. We'll see what the gap is as Snyman crosses the line, and it'll be 4.755 seconds. Just under 5 seconds is the difference between the two.
Yeah, Slade riding a very good race here. He's obviously in the mood today, so getting onto that ZX10R, giving it a good run for its money. And he's pulled away quite considerably from Kewen. Kewen had the whole shot, but you could see Slade's body language wanted him to get going, and he's now obviously, yeah, you look back to see where Kewen is, and I know he's comfortable that Kewen's got a way to go in order to catch him. Bit uncharacteristic for Kewen. He would like to be closer. I don't know, tires or whatever, he's usually quick. Maybe just not a nice day for him.
Yeah, and Kewen still has to make his way past that back marker of Samkelo Lawani. on one of the three 600s, as we see make his way through Sarl's sweep at the moment. But Kewan Salmon has made his way past My Bad, and the gap is growing ever much larger, I see. So I think this is Slade van Niekerk's race to win as he comes around Pertamina Fostrand for the penultimate time. When he crosses the line this time round, there'll be 1 lap to go.
I must admit, Slade van Niekerk doing a sterling job here on that ZX-10R. Kewan on the CBR 1000 would like to be a lot closer, but Slade has definitely upped his game here, and he's doing a fantastic job here now as he dives down into holes. And Kewan following suit there. There's Kewan going in picture. He works his way around holes, hangs the left, makes his way up the UB straight up towards Castrol Corner.
Yep, we watch to Pertamina Fostrand, and we see these bikes come in now. That's Wayne Arendse, followed there by Dylan Anderson. And I think Dylan Anderson's going to lap Wayne Arendse at the moment. We see Wayne in his rain gear, just trundling around the track. He is the only man in Masters, so he will be bound, as long as he finishes this race, he'll be bound to take the win. So I'm pretty sure he just wants to get the laps counted down. But we look now and watch them cross the line, and we look into Hole's Hook and watch Dylan Anderson go through the first of the 600s in 4th place at the moment. But we look to turn 5, Pertamina Frans one for us.
Yeah, Pertamina Fostrand, it's once again Slade van Niekerk. He's basically, I think it's checkered flag time for Slade. He'll be pretty elated with this one. He's done fantastically well here. He broke away from Kewan Snyman. And Slade showing that he can ride in the wet, and a great performance there by him. He'll be followed there by Kewan Snyman in 2nd place and Tristan Pienaar in a distant 3rd.
Slade van Niekerk finishes this race with a fastest lap of a 1:26.391. That's about 13 seconds off their general dry qualifying lap times, if not even race lap times, because they dip close to the 1:11s. But obviously in these conditions, it's into the 25s, 26s. But here comes Tristan Pienaar to take 3rd place overall and 3rd place in the Superbike class. And now we wait for the first of the 600s.
'49 of Samkela Lawani crosses the line. And it's still Dylan Anderson and Wayne Arendse to finish.
And here comes Dylan Anderson. He'll take first in class on that number 42 on his GSX-R 750 and 4th overall. And now we just wait for the man and the only Masters here, Wayne Arendse, on the 33 bike. He rounds Pertamina Fostrand, just going at a bit of a snail's pace, just to make sure that he can get across the line in one piece. But he will do so. And that'll conclude race 1 of the SealPro Winelands Superbikes Superbike Challenge Masters and 600s.